Alright, hello everybody. It is Granorite, and here we are back with another episode of Let's Play Pokemon. We are here, we just finished out the Pokemon Tower at the end of last episode, which means we're ready to go forward some more. So off we go. To get that done. We're going to see about getting Koffing up to level 32 here. We may see Koffing evolve into Weezing this episode. We just have to get to level 35. I just don't know if that's going to happen. We're going to try. But we'll see. Poliwag. Let's go to Seviper. We'd like to get... There's a whole bunch of vitamins we get at this point in the game, and we'd like to get those vitamins as soon as possible so that we can get our team EVs up higher than what they currently are. We'll see if that's going to be possible or not. We're getting close to getting a iron is what we get up ahead, which will be perfect for Koffing because that'll get its defense up to 100. So we'll probably hold off on fighting like any of these shelters or anything like that until after we get the iron. Psychic Blast. Very nice. So in the meantime, while we're waiting for Koffing to get that iron, we'll just get its attack up higher. Hope everybody is doing well on this Wednesday. Water Sport! A little damage from Horn Attack. Koffing tanks it really well. Let's get a little more speed on Ariados. Shelter. We'll go to Qwilfish since we're holding off for just a little bit on Koffing's defense. Very nice. We'll go Qwilfish into Venomoth. Get that special attack on both of them. Alright, this next fight we want Ariados and Seviper. And then I'm going to swap them again because I think we want Seviper. We want to have Seviper take on Snorlax. Let's try Return, actually. Very nice. It attacked in a grumpy rage. Now, poisoning it or paralyzing it isn't going to do a whole lot for us because of its ability to just rest it off. Well, now it yawned us, so let's swap to Ariados since he yawned us. Went to sleep and then woke himself right back up. And we're just short on the damage in order to take it out while it's still sleeping. Unless it's a range, which I guess it is, because there we did it. Alright, so let's get the item finder right here. Hey, I do like baseball, Bath Baby. Welcome to the stream, by the way. Let's use the item finder. We got our first leftovers. So let's give those leftovers to Ariados since we're going to use it here in this next fight. Get a bit of damage from a spark. Pretty good amount. Let's use a super potion. That was a good choice. Let's use another super potion. Good deal. Alright, let's go Koffing here. Get out of here, Nidorino. Alright, there's the iron we wanted to give our Koffing. And then we're going to let Qwilfish take out these couple Magikarps. Easy peasy for it. Alright. Heal up here. Swap Seviper up. Go take on this other Snorlax. Can we clear it? Maybe it'll skip a turn or two. It's not ideal. Come on. Nice. Alright, let's see if we can find the stuff in Silph Code. We'll give these other leftovers to Seviper. Oh, in place of the leftovers. Never mind, we'll give these to Ariados. Alright. So we want to go get those vitamins so we can get maximum use out of them. And there's so many of them that we get here in Silphco. The first thing we need to get is the key card. He got us. I was trying to skirt around him. It's a very small chance you can get around this guy without him seeing you. Okay. We have Focus Punch. We don't need it, but we're going to get it right now. We really want this protein. Alright, so up to the top floor. Let's go get this zinc. Down a floor. The only thing I want here is this HP up. Oh, went the wrong way. see him in here. So what's this guy start with? I'm pretty sure it's a Golbat. Come on. Oh my gosh. The amount of damage we deal to ourselves is just ridiculous. Alright, so we're not going to be doing all of Silphco. Like I said, we're just here to get these vitamins. Nugget and an iron. Of course, the iron doesn't do us anything, but that's alright. Alright, got the zinc. Oh, he fights? Well, last time we had to talk to him in order to get him to fight us. No takedown. Muck is gonna go to Seviper. Go. The HP up in this room. Already got the stuff on the next floor. I think the only thing I need left is I want this protein on the third floor. And I do have to fight this guy to get to it. Well, I could have used revenge, I guess. Alright, we'll stun it instead then. If I can't poison it. I didn't see who he was going to send out next. Another Raticate, okay. Let's go to Ariados. Okay, now we're gonna leave. Use these said items. Let's give these to Seviper. The Zinks go to Venomoth. The HP ups, let's give to Seviper. Calciums are going to go to Qwilfish. And then we don't have anybody to give the iron to because the two that we're getting defense on, both of their defense is high enough. So we're going to go up to the 5th floor here. Sell 2 nuggets, a cleanse tag, an X accuracy, an iron, and an X special. And we don't need Focus Punch, and we don't need Bulk Up. We'd like to buy 4 more Zinks. I would really like to buy 5, but we're just a little short. We can always come back and get the last one in just a sec, I guess. But remember, special defense is something we're always lacking on. We need some Pokemon with some good special defense. And that's what Venomoth is doing for us. Alright. So really, we don't need a whole lot of vitamins left. I mean, Ariados could use some. We could still do some more on Seviper as well. But their target EVs are pretty easy for us to get. Compared to, like, Venomoth and Qwilfish. Koffing. Koffing. Good paralysis. We're gonna pass on Haze. Alright, let's use Ariados in this next fight. Nice. Let's go to Seviper here. So we get one more protein in the Safari Zone. That's not out of the way for us to get. So I'd like to be able to use that on probably Ariados. So we can get its EVs up to 90 on attack, and then get the last 10 with that last protein. Chop. We also would like to buy at least one more zinc. Oh, I said that already. For a Venomoth. Oops. We'll let our Koffing take on this wheezing. Not lucky enough to get a paralysis. But the leftovers paying dividends there. Use Koffing again in this next fight and just keep it going. These wheezings are illegal. Can't even naturally evolve them at this level. Let's just swap out for the accuracy drop, and then we'll come back in on the second wheezing. Nice. Getting those early paralysis is awesome. let's go heal. Make our way back over. These Machops are really tanky. Just a little bit more. I mean, Mankey's more of a glass cannon. Machop has got more bulk. Let's go to Ariados for the Machamp. Nice. Fury swipes. We're gonna pass. We would learn Poison Fang if we didn't have to keep the Poison Tail. But we have to keep Poison Tail because it's a signature move. Qwilfish up. Almost got it. We'll swap the Koffing for this Koffing so that we can get the accuracy drop off Qwilfish. Good paralysis. Qwilfish here. Alright, let's swap up Seviper. I'm gonna take these from you and give them to you. Go. Very nice. Now we'll swap Ariados up. take a little damage from Machamp. 5 damage. Which will heal back +1. Alright, let's swap Koffing up. Beat up on this Weezing. Good paralysis. And then we're gonna let Ariados take on the Muck, and that'll get its attack up to 90, like I said we wanted before we got this last protein. Ah, we missed. This guy. Assuming we get enough experience here, which I'm pretty sure we should, we should get our Weezing here. Koffing. Stop with the smoke screens. We did it. Hooray! Final evolution. Alright, and there is our new and improved Weezing with a nice boost to attack and defense. What do we know about Weezing? Well, Weezing is known as the poison gas Pokemon. Stands 3 feet 11 inches tall, or 1.2 meters, and weighs 20.9 pounds, or 9.5 kilograms. Weezing is a purple Pokemon consisting of 2 spherical heads connected by a thin tube with another sphere in the center. The heads have different sizes and features, and the left head is larger and has prominent eyebrows, pointed teeth protruding from its lower jaw, and 2 flat teeth in its upper jaw. The smaller right head simply has 2 pointed teeth, one at each corner of its mouth. The larger head has a cream-colored skull and crossbones marking below its face, while the smaller head has a ring marking instead. It is covered with many geyser-like protrusions, which usually expel mustard-colored gases. Weezing is said to form when 2 poisonous gases pool and 2 Koffings fuse over many years. Very rarely, 2 Koffing can become a Weezing in a short time span because of a sudden mutation. Triplet Weezing have been discovered, although they are extremely rare. Each of Weezing's heads contains a different toxin. It mixes its gases by inflating one head and deflating the other. When its gases mix, Weezing becomes more toxic and putrid. Weezing can hover in midair, presumably due to gases lighter than air, as is the case for Koffing. Despite their stench and poison, Weezing's gases can be used to make top-grade perfume by diluting them to the highest level. Weezing lives in urban areas, and it seeks dirty, unkept house and nests there. At night, when the people in the house are asleep, it will go through the trash. Weezing feeds on dust, microorganisms, and especially gases emitted by garbage and toxic waste. Weezing's body expands and smells worse upon inhaling poisonous gases. The Cantonium Weezing used to be common in Galar and created more potent toxins than the Galarian relatives. And our Gen 3 Pokedex information for Weezing. Fire Red says very rarely a sudden mutation can result in 2 small Koffing twins becoming conjoined as a Weezing. And Leaf Green says there are 2 kinds of where 2 kinds of poison gases meet, 2 Koffing can fuse into a Weezing over many years. And that is our information on Weezing. And we're excited and happy to have it on the team. Alright, so we're going to run through the Safari Zone so we can get that last protein that we want. And I believe it wasn't ever far off the path up here somewhere. So that was it. Oh, I could have waited a little bit before I used that repel. That's fine. Full teeth. And somewhere in here there was a revive. Okay. First, let's use this protein. And then let's teach Surf. And Strength. Get that max revive. Okay. Let's get over here and heal. And one of these places is the move deleter. We don't need flash anymore. Okay. Let's fly back up here, and we're going to take on the rest of the trainers that were down the bike path. There's just a couple. Oh, let's also get that last zinc for Venomoth. We should have plenty of money now. Especially if I sell... am I teaching double team to anybody? Doesn't look like it. All right. And we'll get Venomoth to catch up. It's just, we know we want that special attack and special defense on Venomoth, and we're just not getting a lot of that right now. Alright, then we have a Machoke and then a Primeape and a Machoke. So let's swap up Seviper. Poison Tail. Alright. Good deal. Alright, that should finish out the bike path. Then we want to take on the bird keepers down here. At some point, we need to get Ice Beam for Qwilfish, and that's going to cost us another 80,000 money. We've been spending it recently on all these vitamins, but it's been worth it. Get it, Seviper! Eat that bird! And let's give Weezing its debut and see about it taking on this Dodrio here. What's a cool sprite with the way the shiny looks. It looks darker here in battle. Alright, so I think we're gonna take on the trainers here in Koga's gym. Not Koga himself, just the trainers. And that'll probably call it an episode for us. I think that was Psychic. Which is not a good sign for the Hypno that we also need to fight. Because it's 5 levels higher than our Venomoth. But we're gonna give it a try, aren't we? Probably paralyze it over poisoning it. You gotta... Oh my gosh! We missed 3 of them? That's not okay. Then it just downs us with a... Psychic anyway. I'd really like to get that experience on Venomoth. Weezing survived it somehow. Not making me feel confident about Sabrina, that's for sure. Alright, well that gets Wheezing special defense another few points up to that multiple of 4, so it actually takes effect. Good critical. Oh, and Venomoth doesn't have compound eyes anymore as its ability, which is probably why we were missing more. We have Shield Dust, which prevents those secondary effects on moves. Actually, we can go to this next fight. Alright, one more dig should take it out. Let's go do this next fight, and then I think we'll go heal before we take on the last trainer. But Ariados take on this snake. Nice. Alright, let's go take on the last Drowsy and Hypno. Save some Giga Drains for this Hypno. Alright, we're gonna Stun Spore it. Nope, we're gonna Stun Spore it. So little damage. At least we're healing a bunch. good critical. I better be racking up on those special defense EVs. We're going to need them. That's for sure. Alright, well, we're going to end this episode here. We do hope you all enjoyed the episode today. We will be back tomorrow with more Pokemon. We'll probably have to split up the episodes because I have some errands I have to run in the middle of the afternoon. But we'll get 2 of them in. We do hope you all enjoyed. We'll see y'all next time.